Welcome in. Mega love shout out. Mega love shout out to all of Team Happy. I see Jaylin, Jacqueline, Sheke. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Maricel, Michelle, Jethro, Rebecca, Mary Jane, Anna, just being Sierra's in the building. Welcome, beautiful. Thank you so much, Sierra. Please, guys, hit the thumbs up on your way in. Let YouTube know that you like what I got going on over here and that you would like to see more content from me. It will help my channel out and my live stream. So thank you so much, Sierra, for that. Mr. Creighton Riggs, welcome in. King, thank you so much for joining me today. Appreciate having you. Virtual hugs and mega love shout out to you as well. I'm just going through, making sure I didn't overlook anybody. Jared Banks, welcome, King. Thank you for being here. Appreciate having you again. I will be checking out your second channel tonight. I have been very busy this week and I do apologize, but I will be over to check out your second channel, King. Thank you so much for being here. Hellenista, welcome, Sissy. Thank you so much. Always can count on you. I am. I had it set up for 9 p.m., but unfortunately, I am running ahead of schedule because grandma tried to drink some wine and that's not working out too well. I'm feeling it a bit. So I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can hang till 9. So here I am. Um, Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate everybody supporting the live stream. Tamika Davis, this is your weekly shout out. Thank you so much, beautiful. Appreciate having you here. You're watching the ads, okay. Maricel, welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up. You shared me out. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Anna, welcome. She said, why not? I know that's right. Listen, see, baby. And it's some Taylor Port. I was telling you guys about it recently. That I was watching My Jazzy Life and she introduced me to that. I never heard of it, to be honest, because I'm not a drinker. And so they were carrying on in one of her live streams of how they was feeling it, and it's a top shelf for wines, and it's a cheap wine, but you will get there. And so um, here I am, I'm trying it, and guess what? I'm really feeling it after a couple sips, but that's not surprising because, again, guys, I'm no drinker. Okay, Team Happy, to all of Team Happy, mega love shout out. T-Pain effect. Right, Mr. Riggs. Exactly. Listen, if I act the fool in here tonight, just like Jamie Foxx, just blame it on the alcohol, y'all. But tonight's topic is, should parents and children be pregnant at the same time? So I'm not going to tell you guys my views up front. We're just going to kick it a little bit, politics, see where you guys are with that. What type of headspace are you in your current age? Would you feel obviously the same way if you were younger or in your latter years? Let's talk about it. So, Sierra, Tamika, what you guys think? Mr. Riggs, all of Team Happy. Do you believe that a mother and daughter should be pregnant at the same time? And if so, go into some details. Tell me why. I know I feel a ways about it, but I also have to be mindful that there are different family and dynamics and things happen in the past, opposed to things that may happen currently and ongoing in the future. So we have to be realistic when we look at topics such as tonight's topic. I don't want to be one sided. I am open. I do know of a lot of families where there were, in fact, mothers and daughters pregnant at the same time. You have some people who have like nieces and nephews that's older than them, and that's the reason why. Hold on, I have a guest. This is the first time I'm trying to use StreamYard remotely, guys, so bear with me. I do have a guest. Let's see. Um, hey,
Hello,
ooh,
hello. I
how
gotta
are you,
probably mute.
beautiful? Yeah, because I'm remote tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm remote tonight, so this is a little different for me, and I'm trying to figure out the placement of everything. I'm not exactly comfortable with this, but it does work when you're on the go.
It's okay to be uncomfortable.
Thank you. You always have my back. I love it. So I was just presenting to the chat that we are talking about the topic of if a mother and her daughter should in fact be pregnant at the same time. And I was just asking them what was their views. So let me just go into the chat real quick and see what people had to say. Mega love shout out to all of Team Happy that's still coming in. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. I do know that you're on a different side of the world. So I know that you're at 8:34 a.m. and I just thank you guys for tuning in. Um, she said if you're watching and not chatting, please hit the thumbs up. Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for that, Sierra. Guys, if you are what they call bush watchers, you can watch from the bushes. I appreciate that. Listen, any watch is welcome here. If you don't want to be a part of the chat, I get that too. But it would be greatly appreciated if you would, in fact, give me a greetings as the host, and then also leave me a comment down in the comment section after you exit the live if you are in here in the chat. But give me a thumbs up, irregardless, because it lets YouTube know that you like my content, you like my channel, and you would like to see more of me. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much in advance. Sierra said, I don't think so. Sierra, everyone deserves their own shine and time. Okay. Well, all right. Get right to it. So you think the mother had her time and it's over if her daughter is now pregnant? Tamika Davis said, no, you absolutely do not feel like a mother and daughter should be pregnant at the same time. What if it's a situation where the mother got pregnant early on? So, say, like, because you know what happens here 14, 15, and then when her daughter turns 14, 15, she too gets pregnant. So, at that time, the mother is about 30, give or take, and she still have it in her to have some babies. So, do you think it's fair that she should just stop having children at that point? What do you think then? It's Judith. You guessed it, Sierra. Judith, I thought of you as Beyonce this week. Go ahead, Judith.
So I think that it's very awkward for this type of situation for most families. But like you just said, if a woman was 15 and had a child, and unfortunately, instead of the child breaking a curse, because that's a generational curse, for that type of situation to continue to happen, person after person after person, it has to get broken somewhere. The mom meets a man, gets married to the man, and the man don't have any children. He wants children. Why shouldn't that 30-year-old grandmother have children with a husband? It's not ideal. It's not. And I'm saying this because my mother was 14 when she had me. And I tell you one thing, I refuse to be having a kid at anybody's 14. And I didn't. So I'm saying that yes, it sounds and seems very awkward. It really does. But I've watched in my family this type of situation happened. My grandmother was married and had a set of children. She divorced that man, married another man, and had another set of children. But the first set of children was having children at the same time. But that's the way things were going in that time. Like I said, she was 14 when she had me. So, it's a lot of different factors that are playing a part in this. So it definitely depends on the dynamic of the family. But I definitely was a generational curse breaker of many different facets and for many different reasons. So I mean I understand it. Now, do I think that it's right? Probably not. Because, yeah, who the child, and this is what I'm saying. A child at 15 shouldn't be having a child. Shouldn't be. But it happens. I know as young as 11 that a child has had a child. So, the way of the world is not, constructed where grandparents are 50 years old, you know, as, their children are having children. So at 50, it's not ideal for a woman to have a child. But we looking at grandma 25, 30 years old. That's a whole different dynamic.
Like Miss Judith was saying, it is unfortunate, but it's very common here in the States. You don't really see that in other countries because of their culture. Normally people don't begin having babies until they are able to marry and or afford having the babies. But here in the US, as we all know, some things have changed. It's really different from when we were, born and brought up, opposed to these millennials that's, being raised now, and it's unfortunate. I do want to welcome Nori to the chat. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Are you a content creator? If you are, I will return the love on your channel. I believe it's your first time here. So just let me know if you're a content creator, and I will come over to your channel in the next 24 to 48 hours to sprinkle some love in return. I don't want YouTube to view it as a sub for sub, so I normally wait 24 to 48 hours so we can make sure that the subscription will stick. Um, See you down in the chat too, Judith. Blessings to you. Okay, I see everybody greeting one another. No, not fair. I get it that a mother might get remarried and want to have more kids, but it is awkward. I can see that, Sierra. I see exactly where you're coming from. I get it. Where I grew up, and I always tell you guys, I'm from the most dangerous city in New Jersey or in the US, in Camden. I knew families that were caught up in the situation. The mother was still actually partying in this particular family with her daughters. I've even shared with you guys in the past that she had children with two brothers, and that the kids would make joke and call their fathers like Uncle Daddy and stuff like that. So you gotta understand that it's different stroke for different folk. You're gonna have people that comes up with a plethora of different outlooks on a topic such as tonight's. But again, I don't want to give you guys my viewpoint just yet. I want to see what you guys are saying down in the chat. But Sierra said it's awkward. Yeah, it would be awkward. And you're looking at it like your mom being pregnant along with you, because Sierra, you still are young enough to have more children. And your mom may very well be able to still get pregnant. So it's a possibility that it can happen. Um, Maybe I will be disappointed disappointed, but I still support her. Okay, Anna, and that's fair. That's fair because that's realistic. You can very well be disappointed in the fact that it happened, but you still have to support it. And you will have a younger brother or sister with a lot of years in between you guys as far as age gap. Um, Building Ace Legacy video this week when Beyonce said, "Just quit my job." Just one. Yeah, thank you. Oh my God, that is so funny. Yeah, Judith was out, Sierra. She was out. Um, okay, so Mr. Riggs obviously agree with Judith. And I do too. I do too. Sierra says right. Anna, 14 or 15 is too young. Anna, you are from the Philippines, correct? Let me tell you that here in the US, they get pregnant even younger. Um, a lot of people, unfortunately, are molested, and not everyone aborts and or terminate the pregnancy. I have a lot of people in the states here that feels like even if the pregnancy occurred by way of a rape or a molestation, it still was intended by God for the individual to get pregnant, and so they see their pregnancy through. No, they don't have any dealings with the father because of the reason that the birth was created. But however, they still keep the baby. I know of a number of cases, especially an underage child. Absolutely, Tamika Davis. Absolutely. Um, yes, it absolutely have changed. Times have changed. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read the chat. Is going in and out. While in other countries, the dynamics of family and respectability honors takes a very different role and consequence of that situation. So difficult. Look at Mr. Riggs being so difficult. Um, Culture. Again, with other countries, you have to be in a position where you are financially able to take care of the family before you would ever consider having a baby at such a young age. You don't see that happen in other countries and or cultures for that very reason. The families are very intact. They are very involved. To me, they are aggressive and overzealous in the upbringing of their children. Where here in America, parents, if there's a two-parent household, are too busy working, and so they miss these things because the kids are like raising themselves or taking care of the household while the family is out earning the monies. And it's a lot of time for that. So most times there are a single parent household. And unfortunately, the absent parent is normally the father. And so you need that strong figure to prevent this from happening. It's unfortunate, but that's normally 9 times out of 10 why it's happening here in the US because of the absence of the father. You don't have a lot of strong mothers and big mamas, which is the grandmoms, still in the dynamic of family. Either they passed on or they're elderly and, grave conditions. So the values and the morals of the family are no longer in existence. Judith?
I mean, yeah, like I said, I see it from both sides. Like it, when we were going to Africa, the person that I was dealing with at that time wanted kids. He doesn't have any kids, and I was against having kids because I'm 50. I'm 50 years old. At the time, I wasn't 50, but I'm 50 years old. So, no, I don't want any children. I'm too old to be having children. And he's sending me clips of these women that's 50 years old and 51 years old. And as you can see, she wants all of my attention right now. Give me a second, okay? And and I'm just like, no, I can't do that because I'm too. I feel that I'm too old, and my body, the way my body is not like it was when I was 30. So no, I couldn't have any children. So wrap your head around being a grandparent, cause this is what's next. Being a grandparent.
Miss Judith is absolutely correct in what she's stating. The young man that I introduced her to was very much anticipating having a baby. Um, in that culture, and we're talking about Nigerians. I told you guys I can only speak of what I know. Um, they don't see like age 50 as being a problem. They also don't see like if you have a miscarriage, they will say to you, you need to go ahead and get pregnant again real quick. Like they don't like we say, oh my God, I need to deal with this mentally. Um, my body needs to heal. They don't look at it the same. They feel like you need to hurry up and get pregnant again immediately. So I completely agree with Judith and understand what she's talking about because all of his conversations to myself and my hubby and to Judith were about him anticipating having a child with her. And to me, it's kind of selfish because you're not considering our age and what we've been through um, physically, mentally, emotionally. So again, when you're dealing with blending two cultures, you have to be mindful of stuff like that. You're not necessarily going to see eye to eye, and you have to make your partner or your counterpart see things your way. Sierra said, unfortunately, my future stepson is almost 18. Good Lord, Sierra. I'm like, Lord, I need to get this train rolling. You right. Yes, Sierra, if you're going to have another child, you probably need to get that train rolling, sweetie. Yes, I agree. Mega love shout out, Arlene. Thank you for coming in. Team Happy. Appreciate having you. Angela's Canvas Delight. Welcome on in, beautiful. It's been a while. I have to run you. It won't be tonight. However, when I run all my channels, I will run you tomorrow. It's time for me to run you again. Chris Buena, welcome. Mega love shout out. Thank you for being here. Tonight's topic, Angela, and I know you probably seen it on your way in. Sierra, look at the best adult dating site, please. If you haven't already, take care of that. Thank you so much, beautiful. Do you believe that a mother and daughter should be pregnant at the same time? Dang, I wish I could have caught the beginning of your live. You at work? Oh, no worries, beautiful. No worries. You know you can always leave me a comment down in the comment section. She said, "Oh, it's so adorable." Well, hello, 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 Cabernet Whitaker's Way. Finally catching a live. Absolutely beautiful. It's not like you haven't in the past. You just can't consistently because you are on another planet. No. Kat, for anyone that don't know, Whitaker's Way is in Japan. And so she's on a total different time zone from us as well. Thank you so much, beautiful. Appreciate having you here. I need to catch up on some of your Vlogtober. I'm loving all the fitness and stuff, and I needed to break it up from all the other stuff that I'm watching, which is like homemaking and cleaning and laundry and day in the life. That fitness breaks it all up for me. So thank you so much. And I got some more keto style uploads coming in the near future. Stay posted for that. Jihan, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Mega love shout out. Um, Sharice, thank you so much for coming in. Maria, thank you guys. Mega love shout out from all of Team Happy and virtual hugs to you all. Kicked them out already? Yeah, it's still showing up on my end. I'm just catching up in the chat. The topic is, should a mother and daughter be pregnant at the same time? And what's your thoughts on that? What dating site you talking? I need a plug in. Oh my God. Now everybody, listen, Linda. We got somebody else that want the plug there, Judith. You see that? Okay. So what you guys don't know is we got something in the making. Something is brewing, is simmering. Listen, we will tell you guys about it when we can, we promise. But whenever you see somebody looking for a plug, Just know that we got something brewing for that. Should mothers and daughters be pregnant at the same time? Okay, so you're telling her the topic. You say, yes, Keto, love to see it. I know you would. She said, listen, Linda. Yes, listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. What do you think about that, Cab? Should a mother and daughter be pregnant at the same time? I mean, it happens. And it's been happening for years. I can tell you that way back in the day, back in the day. Look, bring back. No, but actually my grandma and one of my aunties was pregnant at the same time. I think I shared with you guys in the past. My mom is a change of life baby. So when my mom was born, her three older sisters were already married and out of the home. And, my grandmother got with my grandfather, my mom's dad, and had my mom. So my mom have nieces that are older than her and nephews. So it's funny when we're in social gatherings with the family or family reunions and stuff like that. And her nieces and nephews are actually older than her and people forget. I remember, and I think I shared this with you guys, but I'll do it again. One time we were down in South Carolina visiting. This was after my grandfather passed, and we went down to visit my grandma. And an older family member who hadn't been down in South Carolina in years showed up. And so he wanted to come see my grandmom. So he was brought over to her house and we were all sitting around like we always did. And my mom kept referring to her mother as mom, you want this? Or mom, you want something to drink? And he kept saying to her, like, why do you keep calling her mom? She had three daughters. And he named the three daughters. That's all he knew of. And he left home at that time. And my mom said, yeah. And 21 years later, she had me. So this man was blown away. He thought my grandma's family was intact when he left, and that was it, because all of her daughters were grown and out of the house and moved on and was having families of their own. But 21 years later, my mom was born. And so he was tickled to death by that. He couldn't believe it. Yeah, a mother and daughter can be pregnant at the same time. I say this because my dad was 57 and mom 27. So, yeah. Wow, what a big age gap. I do have a girlfriend that had a large age gap with a man she was dating. I'm not going to tell the details of that because I'm trying to get her on my platform so that she can tell her own story. So stay tuned for that. And if I get her set up, Cab, I will make sure I'll send you a link privately to your DM on Instagram so you can be sure to tune in for that one, because I'm sure you'll hear some of the dynamics of your family in her story. Said when you was born. Yeah, I understand. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Very interesting. It happens. That's why I was saying to people, I have a side as far as if I would be pregnant with my daughter, but I do get it both ways. I always told my mom we can never be pregnant at the same time because it's my time now. Absolutely. And I feel that, Sierra. I do feel that. I have a sister that is as old as my mom. So she gas. What? So she gaps are out there. Or maybe she's saying the. Yep, I would love to see that family dynamic. Okay, I will make sure whenever she agrees. Like, I've spoken with her about it recently, and she absolutely kind of said that she, volunteered that she would come on my panel and discuss that. So it's now I guess she got to get some liquid courage before she comes on the platform. She's never been on a live stream, but it's okay. I keep telling her, all you're going to see when you're up here is me and you. You're just going to know that people are watching and that chat is down there. So focus on the chat and not the numbers, and you'll be fine. Yeah, it happens. I'm sure that everybody in here, if you look deep enough in your family, you will find that it happened at some point. She said, "Oh wow, Whitaker's way. See, you didn't even know that, and yes, that's your bestie. Yeah, yeah, it's very common, especially, and I want to say down in the U.S. in the southern states, it's very popular, just like incest is or was, hopefully was, but it was very popular. And I asked a lot of my older family members why they felt incest was so popular, and they said basically you grew up in these little small towns and everybody you went to school with or social gathering with were family. So that's all you had to pick from. It's so sad, but it's true. Even when they were picking cotton, they were all on the same fields and stuff. So it's unfortunate, but it's true. And that's all you have. It's like me when I lived in Camden. The guys in Camden had this rule that you better not date outside of North Camden, which is where I'm from, North Camden. It used to be territorial. I told you guys, gangs and all that stuff. If you weren't from North Camden, you couldn't really come in North Camden. If you weren't from East Camden, they didn't expect you to come in East Camden, and so on and so forth. So, women in North Camden dated guys in North Camden because if they dated guys outside of North Camden and these guys came to visit them, they had to get jumped or beat up or killed or whatever. And it's unfortunate, but it's true. It's territorial in the city of Camden, and it still is to this day. Um, of course, when you go to other areas, other states, and you find somebody from Camden, you're going to gravitate to whoever's from Camden, no matter what section. However, when you are in Camden, it depends on where you are from in Camden and who you know, who you're related to, who you're affiliated with. It's sad, but it's true. Mega love shout out, Lorna. Thank you for joining us. Virtual hugs to you and all of Team Happy. I have a brother and twin sisters, the same age as my kids from my dad. Good Lord. I'm like, so you, right. No, obviously, he's not done. Not that he wasn't, because dad, seemed like he was a rolling stone there in Sierra. Dad still got it in him. He's still, woo. Hopefully now he's shooting some blanks, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure because your kids are young. She's like, that's so sad. Yeah, but it happens. I think I think dating your friend's ex is not a good look. Um. Okay, so I had a panel guest a little over a month ago, and this individual is now currently seeing somebody that someone in her circle was dating years ago when they were in middle school. She has the green light as far as I'm concerned. That's middle school. They were kids. Um, they are now 40 plus. Although they run in the same circle and call each other friends, the guy that they had in common he moved away and he recently moved back 3 years ago. And now my girlfriend and him are flirting and, slowly getting into something. But she came on the panel to discuss that. And me, as like a number of women that was on my panel that night or in the chat said, go for it. It's true, they were kids. This woman has now, or since then, moved on, gotten married, had children. So why is she thinking about somebody from her, middle school years? Like, that's ridiculous. But realistically, and I told my girlfriend, I have to be honest, she may very well feel a ways because women, we are emotional creatures. We are wired that way. We feel territorial. Doesn't matter if it was many a moons ago. We still think that we have possession over individuals, and it's sad. My parents had my brothers and sisters after I became a teenager, but my mom passed away when she was 49. So until my dad remarried, guess who had to take care of them? Wow. And that makes a lot of sense. My condolences on the passing of your mother, Angela. I can't imagine. Like I told you guys in a recent upload, and I've even said it since last year. We just had my father's third anniversary for his death, and it is a very like, oh God, touching. It's touch and go for me right now. It's a very emotional time this last quarter of the year because we had to deal with the the anniversary of his death. And now next month in November is my parents, it would be their 57th wedding anniversary. And then my father's birthday is the day after Christmas. So it's a lot that we're dealing with. So I understand. And unfortunately, because you were older, out of the siblings, yeah, you would have to fill the shoes of your mother or an adult figure early on so that he can go and make the monies and just continue to raise you guys. So um, I know it seemed like a bit much, but you will definitely be blessed, and your blessings will rain down for that. Not the worldly blessing. You want them to rain down from the Lord, of course. You don't either, Sierra. Yes, Camden, New Jersey, Whitaker's Way. Yes, I heard you say recently you're from Philadelphia. Yeah, Camden, New Jersey. Yeah, God bless her for that. Absolutely. Right. It's not where you're from, it's where you at. Exactly, Mr. Riggs. Um, you could say all day, every day. Like I said, when you're in different areas, like I'm from Camden, I'm from Camden. And people like to use that a lot. I don't know what it means, but if you from Camden and you really from Camden, oh, I'm going to know you or know somebody associated with you. You're just not going to tell me you from Camden because I'm going to challenge you. Like me, being from Camden, I know like every crack and crevice. If you don't, it's a problem because it's such a small area. You could literally take Camden and fit it inside Philly. So not trying to hear it. Um, that's different. Middle school, you get a pass. Yeah, yeah, that was her whole thing was bringing it on, and we discussed openly for more than an hour. Is she right or wrong to be dating someone from middle school? And a number of people, like I said, that were in the chat were in agreement. Like, oh, well, yeah, she could date him. Like that was kid stuff. And I feel like if the woman have a problem, then she really have a problem because it was so long ago. Um, November is tough for me as well. It's his passing anniversary. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but November is also my birthday. It falls on actually on Thanksgiving Day this year. Every few years it do, and this is one of the years that it do. Um, my dad passed in 2016, and I've been fighting with his wife ever since. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Listen, sometimes you just gotta let it go. For a piece of mind, you gotta let that stuff go. I'm sorry, guys. Somebody calling the phone. I'm trying to dismiss it. Yeah, you gotta let it go. Angela, it's not worth it. He's not coming back, and it's unfortunate, but it's true. And so don't don't go through all that with her if you don't have to. I don't know the dynamics of your fights, but I'm the reasons for your fights, but I'm just saying spare yourself that. Don't go through that. I'm from Philly, yes, born and raised, left in second grade. My father remained living in Philly. So we went to Clementon Park, New Jersey each year. Yeah, I Clementon is still open. I was talking about that recently with people. They took some changes. Actually, Six Flags bought them out. They got closed down for a short period of time until they were bought out by Six Flags, and they did some revamping. But I want you to know that they still have that original wooden roller coaster over there, big girl. I know you probably wouldn't believe that. I still have a childhood picture. I had to be all of 6 or 7 years old. I can post, but I won't post because, oh, y'all, my mom was wrong for letting me look like that in that picture. But it was me in front of the original rides and stuff. Oh my God. Maybe I'll share it with you on a DM over on Instagram, Kat, but I don't even know if I trust that because you might share it with somebody else. It's not the way I thought my life would go. It's unfortunate, but it happens, sweetheart. I, like I said recently to somebody, when my younger self imagined being married by 35, I had this thing all mapped out. But unfortunately, it didn't go that way. I wasn't married until 44. By that time, I had actually given up on marriage. Hence the reason why I told you guys when I was dating hubby, well, talking to hubby, befriending him when he was in Nigeria. I didn't see this whole thing coming where he was going to come to America and we was going to eventually get married because I had given up on marriage. Absolutely. Like that actually needed to be publicly let know. What? God. I don't know. I don't know. Let me look at this. Absolutely wise thing. People from okay. Have to let any and everyone know that they are from the city of Hood. I don't know. I think it's a ego thing. I think if they think they say they from Camden, then they think. Everybody gonna bow down to them or whatever, but you could be from Camden and be a punk. You really can. I've seen a lot of them. Chumps come out of Camden too. They just use that whole I'm from Camden, I'm from Camden because they know it shuts a lot of things down. As I've shared with you guys in the past, in the 90s, there was a group, Sons of Malcolm X, and they actually put Camden on the map. I'm not gonna lie, there were others that did it before then. Like we had the whole, oh my God, what was those guardian angels and all that stuff that walked the streets of Camden. But I'm telling you, Sons of Malcolm X actually put Camden on the map in a negative fashion, however they did it. So, Angela, you definitely will be blessed for stepping in and taking on the responsibility of an adult at such a young age. I commend you for that. I know that, and I don't know, do you have children? Because you will make a hell of a mom because you already have the experience of it all. Judith, if you want to say anything before we close out, because I can't stay on long. Guys, I am remote. As you guys can see, I'm not in my normal location and I can't stay on that long, but I didn't want to, not come on and do the topic with you guys. But I do want to thank everybody that stopped in. Secretary Karen, mega love shout out, Team Happy. Thank you for being here. Go ahead, Judith.
So yeah, Angela, I understand. My parents didn't die, but I raised some children also. That's a whole nother life for a whole nother different time. Um, for the pandemic back in the '80s called drugs, but that's another life. Like I said, but it is very commendable for your parents to have a child that could step up and do what needed to be done for the younger children. And as MrsAmaechi said, you will be tremendously blessed. And don't look for blessings from people because that's not where they come from. They come through people, but not from people. So keep your head up. And blessings to everyone else also.
Okay, guys. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. Again, I am remote tonight. I'm not in my normal location. You notice I haven't been yelling at babies. I'm not home. I know y'all like this is strange because she used to be like, hold on, y'all. Dijon. None of that tonight. It feels strange for me too, believe me. Jonathan, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Mega love shout out, Team Happy. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. But before I do, I just want to say that my views, guys, is simply no. If I had a daughter, I would not, I would absolutely not be pregnant at the same time as my child. At that time, for me, it's time to be a grandma, which you guys know I already am. But I'm just speaking like if it was my younger self and I didn't have the four grandboys, no, I would not be pregnant at the same time as my daughter. If we happen to get pregnant, it would be unfortunate because I don't believe in abortions. So, but my take, if I had a choice, absolutely will not be pregnant along with my child. It's time, simply, like I said, to be a grandmother. Um, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate having you. Please tune in tomorrow at some point. I will be doing girl talk. Not really sure exactly what it's going to be. I'm not going to do Sunday um, reset because I'm going to have a video come out at some time during the week where you could actually see a reset. So we'll do girl talk tomorrow since we didn't do it today. Keeping up with Vlogtober. For everyone that's doing Vlogtober, thank you so much. Listen, we're almost there. We are almost there. Today is day number 22, guys. One more week in a couple days, and you can blow out the torch and hand it to somebody else that's going to do vlogs giving. Might as well hand it to me because I'm crazy enough to do it. If you guys are going to do vlogmas, let me know. Leave that in my chat on your way out because I'm trying to document everything now. I'm trying to figure out who's doing vlogs giving, who's doing vlogmas. James Money, welcome in, King. Thank you so much. We're actually at the end of the live stream. I'm saying my goodbyes and hellos to you because you're just coming in. But if you're doing vlogs given or vlogmas, please leave it down in the comment section so that I can be sure to put you on my list because I have a list that I rotate and I try to watch everybody's uploads daily during this special time of the year. And again, it is a rough time of the year for me, so it kind of keeps me busy. So you guys, like I always tell you, me coming live and hanging out with you guys are is just as therapeutic for me as it is entertaining for you guys. So again, thank you so much to everybody that came in, all of Team Happy and Judith and Sierra and Cabernet, Luella, welcome. Christine, mega love shout out. Thank you for being here. Mr. Riggs, Angela's Canvas Delight, Anna Lee, um, Jonna Lynn, just being Sierra, of course, Secretary Karen. Going back as far as it would let me, guys. Whitaker's Way, I'm sure you left already. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Everybody else that participated. Lorna, going back, guys. I don't want to overlook anybody that was in here. Maria, Jihan, Sharice, all of Team Happy, because I know there was a lot of them in here tonight. Even my 18 sexy, thank you for coming in, but you gotta go. Adult dating. Um, who was that? Chris, Arlene, thank you so much. Mega love shout out to all of Team Happy. Anna, Tamika Davis, thank you, beautiful. Rosemarie, Nori, I will come over and check out your content. Didn't forget about you, Maricel. Um, making sure. Marilyn, thank you. Again, big shout out to Mr. Creighton Riggs. Appreciate having you in here for the first time. Please come back and join us sometime. Helenista, the Woodsway, didn't even see you. Welcome in, beautiful. I apologize. My chat was in and out because I am in a different location tonight and I'm remote. Jared Banks, thank you. Maricel. Again, all of Team Happy, thank you so much. Jethro and Rebecca. That's as far as I can go back, guys. So thank you so much. Love and respect to you all. God bless. Thank you, Judith.